Hello, everybody. This is Paul with the uh, Wholesale Real Estate Investing number 219 on this Wisdom Wednesday, February 3rd, 2013. Beautiful day, beautiful day. It's the seventh day of my flu, and I believe that by 4 p.m. today, I'm going to be going, hey, what's going on? Funny thing about flus, my experience anyway, they always last. No, let me say. I blew that. I was going to say odd thing about flus. My experience anyway is that they always last an odd number of days. Sometimes you can get over the flu in just one day. Sometimes you can get over the flu in 3 days. Sometimes you can get over the flu in 5 days, and sometimes you get over the flu in 7 days. I've never gotten over the flu in 2, 4, or 6 days. I don't know. It just never happens that way. Yeah, this was a. Generally, I get over them in 3 days when my routine works. I don't know if I catch it just right. I don't know if it's a weak strain or whatever the deal is, but a lot of times I'll get over the flu. Boom, 3 days later, I'm gone, going back to normal. 5 days is generally kind of the norm. With the routine that I do, generally 5 days, and I'm up and going. Usually, whenever I get a bad strain, something that's a little stronger, a little more powerful, a little more got a little more kick than my fight, then it'll last 7 days. And this one looks like it's going to be a 7-dayer. So, anyway, I'm feeling good now. It's always feeling pretty good in the morning, but you just never know how it's going to, finish out the day. I'm hoping that at the time, about 4 o'clock this afternoon, when, for the past few days, I would start getting that puny feeling again that I don't. And that's going to be a good thing. So anyway, welcome here. The Wholesale Real Estate Investing here. We want to talk today about how many tools are in your toolbox. I'll write that down. In your toolbox. Because that's a big, big factor in your success level in wholesale real estate. How many tools do you have in your toolbox? And what do I mean by tools in your toolbox? Well, let's just consider the fact as if you were a guy who let's use houses and construction. Okay, there we go. Houses and construction. You are a door guy. You know how to install doors. You know how to make doors. You know how to frame doors. You know how to install doors. You know how to hang doors. You know how to replace doors. You know how to repair doors. You know how to do everything that there is about doors. Anything with a door, you can make it awesome, right? Because you're the door guy. And you get a call one day on the phone, and the person on the other line says, "Hey, got a problem with my house and needs you to come out and fix it," right? You're like, "Okay, well, let's see here. Schedule you. I'll be out there tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay, great. See you then." You're the door guy, right? Your mind, you're thinking, why would anybody be calling me other than for the door guy, to fix a door, right? So you get in your car, you drive all the way out there to this guy's house. He's all the way across town. And you get there, and he says, "Oh, great. Hey, so glad you could make it. Come on in here." And he takes you into the kitchen, and he goes, "My sink's backed up." And you're like, "Dude, I'm the door guy. I don't fix sinks. I can't fix that." I mean, look at that. You see a plumbing tool in my toolbox? See where I'm going now with the tools in the toolbox? If you're the door guy, you don't fix plumbing problems. He goes, "Well, okay, well, how about this? Come in here." He goes in the bedroom. He goes, "This light's not working." Dude, yo, door guy here. See, it says right on my shirt, the door guy. I'm not an electrician. I can't fix lights. I don't know. I don't have, you see any wire cutters in here? I don't have any wire cutters in my toolbox. He says, "Oh, okay. Well, how about this? Let's go outside. Let's go out the back. And we go out the back, and here's a stone wall that's fallen down." And he says, this wall, this masonry wall is falling down. Can you fix that? Like, one more time, guy. Door guy. Okay, I fix doors. That's all I know how to do. All I know how to do is fix doors. You have a door that needs fixing. If you have a door that needs fixing, I can fix your door. The guy's like, well, no, I don't have any doors. All my doors are fine. I can't help you. Okay, that's what I mean by how many tools in your toolbox. Are you a door guy when it comes to wholesale real estate? Um, and what I mean by that, or are you, a jack of all trades? This is kind of the one business where, in most trades, especially, you hear people all the time tout, I'm a jack of all trades, right? But then there's the saying that says, yeah, the jack of all trades is a master of none. And that's generally true because you can't know everything. We've talked about that many times. You can't know everything. You can't know everything there is to know about everything. That's the way it is. You can't even know everything there is to know about one thing, but you surely can know a whole lot about one thing if you become the master of one thing. Whereas if you are the jack of all trades, you can know a little bit about all things, but you're not going to be very good at completing any of those things because you just don't know enough about all of them. Now, sure, you might have the skills to, pardon my French, but half-ass some stuff in and make it, okay and acceptable and get some pay off of it and all of that. But you're never going to be able to, build a beautiful custom oak dining table. That's just not in your wheelhouse. It's never going to happen. Wholesale real estate is one place where being a jack of all trades is actually a good thing. Sure, you can be a master of one in wholesale real estate, and you can be very successful. And it's probably a good idea to start out as a master of one. But then again, that's where you're going to be getting the door guy phone calls from the dude who has the windows and the plumbing and the electrical and the masonry problems. And when you get the call from those guys, you're going to be like, I can't help you. Okay, that's not an area of my expertise. I can't do what I can't fix what your problem is. And that's a big, big deterrent because as we talk about a lot here in our conversations, is we talk a lot about wholesale real estate being having a lot of randomness in it, and we talk about how our property noodler system and what a property noodler is a wholesaler that eliminates randomness, and then that's exactly what we do, and it allows us to focus our deals and drive deals into our wheelhouse that go in our wheelhouse. So we're not pulling in the masonry work to the door guy's wheelhouse. And in wholesale real estate, that happens a lot. Okay, that's one of the big deterrents that happens a lot to a lot of wholesalers who end up giving up in this business, because you go out and you learn a program, you learn a system, you learn how to, well, basically just get your bottom line. I have this house that I want to get rid of and I'm willing to sell for a discount situation. And how to figure out how to make that offer that creates a wholesale deal that works for that specific situation right there. The basic simple core, what is your problem? Oh, well, I have to move. There's no situation here. I just have to move, and I'm willing to let this house go for a discount, right? There's no situation. There's no external factors. It's just a person that is willing to sell for a discount, right? There's nothing else affecting this property in any way, shape, or form. And that's in your wheelhouse. You have the tools in your toolbox to fix that problem. But when somebody calls you up and they have a problem that is associated with, they have a problem with their, let me rephrase, they have a problem with their property. And I'm just going to use a bank foreclosure, for instance, okay? Well, the bank's foreclosing on my house. Now, that's a pretty simple one, and it's an easy one to add into your toolbox very quickly of just, being able to buy that discounted property from the guy that just wants out. I just don't want this house anymore. Please take it out. You can have it at a discount, guy, right? That's the basic wholesale real estate education right there. You're out there looking for the people that just don't want that house anymore. They don't have any problems. They just don't want the house anymore, willing to sell it to you for a discount. I think there's a lot of them out there. I think they're on every street corner. They're not. There's not very many of them. Do you think there's a lot of people like you that are looking for those guys? Yeah. I think there's a few people out there who's maybe been doing it a little bit longer than you have, who might be a little bit better at it, whose mail marketing piece might be more enticing than yours, whose suaveness on the phone might come across better than yours, whose ability to read that other person and get them to like them might be better than yours. Do you think that you have a high probability chance of getting that deal, even if it comes your way? A lot of factors, bringing your odds down very, very quickly of you actually being successful in landing that one type of generic, center of the pie wholesale deal. I just don't want this house. I'll let you buy it at a discount. Please buy it from me at a discount, right? So with that, now, like I said, guy has a bank foreclosure. You say, okay, well, let's see, a bank foreclosure. What's going on with this? Well, there's some situations here with a bank foreclosure that are different when it comes to you buying and flipping that house than there is in just the guy who doesn't want this. So there's a few new tools that you need to add into your toolbox that's going to allow you to be able to, take care of that one or two little different factors that go along with this buying and flipping of this house that's got a bank foreclosure against it than the guy who just doesn't want their house. So that's where I'm going with how many tools do you have in your toolbox? How many different problems that people may have out there that are associated to this property are you going to be able to fix? Are you going to be able to create a solution for these people that is going to, produce a pleasing result for them? And that's what it all comes down to. Those are the tools, is being able to, do something creative to create a pleasing result for the seller. That's what I'm talking about for tools, okay? It's not a pen, it's not a hammer, it's actually up here. They're mind tools. Can you think of a way that we can make this deal work? That's an interesting little piece right there. Obviously, it's going to take some knowledge. It's going to take some education about finding out, first of all, if there's a problem. I mean, okay, you've got a guy that has a bank foreclosure here. Well, you don't know how you're going to fix that problem if you don't know how bank foreclosure works, right? So there's a project for you. You get this guy, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I think I can do something for you. What's the first thing you're going to have to do? Well, I need to go figure out, how does bank foreclosure work? So I know how that works, so I know where he's at. I got to know where he's at so that I can know how to fix it. So you got to first learn about the problem. How does the problem work? What are the steps? What are the procedures? What is all the things that this person has to go through? Who's he got to deal with? How does this thing play out? What are the potential ways that he can stop it? What if he doesn't stop it? How much time does he have? All these different factors come into play. And so you need to gain that knowledge about how that situation works in order for you to be able to add that tool of being able to fix that problem for these people into your toolbox. That's where you get the tool, right? Is from the knowledge of how it all works. Once you know how it all works, then you can create the potential solutions. And I say solutions because when you get into this arena of, you know, beyond the, hey, I just don't want this house anymore, please buy it from me at a discount, and you get into the area where, hey, I, I got this problem with this house over here, can you help me fix it, right? And yes, if it involves selling at a discount, as long as we can get it done and it fixes my problem, I'm willing to do that, right? You're like, hey, whoa, okay, there's a deal here. I just need to figure out how to make it a deal. So, but once you figure that out, now you go out and you learn what the problem is, and you look at the situation and you go, okay, well, here's a way that we can fix this problem for you. But you might look, and in fact, I can guarantee you, getting into a number of different problems that there could possibly be on a house, you will actually see, you know, well, there's this that you could do that would solve your problem, that would fix your problem, or there's this that you could do that would fix your problem, or there's this that you could do and that would fix your problem. And there might be one, two, three, four, five, six, seven different ways that a person can do something and fix their problem, right? You got to understand, these people are looking for answers. They don't know. They have a problem and they don't know how to fix it. That's why they've called you. And now the problem here is many people in these situations, they want the problem fixed, okay? They want to know that whatever it is that they do is going to fix the problem. They don't want to have that problem on their back being carried forward into their future, okay? So when they come to you and they have this problem and they say, you know what, I got this problem and I'm willing to sell the house if we can fix the problem. And you look at it and you go, well, I can buy the house. Sure, yeah, I can give you this much money for it. And they're like, okay, well, how does that fix my problem? If you don't know how it fixes their problem, they're not going to want to sell the house to you. You have to be able to have that knowledge to let them know how this is going to help them fix that problem. Does that make sense? That's the tool, is the knowledge of being able to fix the problem for them. So how many tools do you have in your toolbox? How many tools do you need in your toolbox? And like I said, can you be a jack of all trades and a master of none? Well, hey, here you go. You're going to be the master of one, obviously, which is the easy peasy. You know, you don't want your house. Hey, I can fix that problem for you. I'll buy it. That's my answer, right? Simple enough, right? You have a house, you don't want it, you have a problem, I can fix it, I can buy it from you. You don't have the house anymore. I'll take the house out of your hands. Problem solved, right? Simple. Tool number one. There it goes. In the toolbox, right? Tool number two now, bank foreclosure dude. Okay, let's see here. You have a problem. Bank's going to foreclose on your house. They're going to take it away from you. You still owe the bank money. How much money do you owe the bank? Is there equity in that property? Can I buy the property from you? You know, et cetera, and so on. Okay, well, I have a tray full of tools here, right? So you can use this tool, or we can use this tool, or we can use this tool, or this tool, or this tool. And you can either, you know, we look at your problem here, and according to, you know, your situation. So I mean, there's a tool you need too. You need a whole new evaluation tool now, because now you got to look at what's going on with the situation, and you have to look at different aspects. You have to look at different aspects of what's going on with this property. With the guy who just has a house that he wants to get rid of, like, hey, do you owe any money on it? You know, either yes or no. Okay, great. How much is the property worth? Okay, property's worth $100,000. You still owe $30,000. There's $70,000 there. Great. I can give you $50,000. Let's do this. You're done. Right? No problem. Pretty simple. Now you get into the bank thing. Okay, well, you owe the bank this much. You know, the house is worth this much. You still owe the bank this much. But now there's this extra piece here. Now you've got all this past due, and you've got late fees and penalties. How much is that? Okay, well, that brings it up even more. There's another piece. There's another little tool that goes into your to your evaluation kit. So you got a whole different kind of an evaluation tool over here to figure out if you've even got a deal for this guy, right? Then your evaluation tool needs to spit out not just one solution, not just the here's how I can buy your house solution, which obviously that's the one that you want. That's the one that you're hoping that that your prospect here will want as well too. To just say yes, I'll sell the house for you. Let's get it done. This works great. But in foreclosure, most people don't want to sell their house to start with. That's not their number one desire. They're not coming to you going, hey, bank wants to foreclose on me. I just want to sell this house. Please take it from me. How's this going to work? What am I going to end up with? Do the best you can. Please help me out here. You know, that's not people's attitude that are in bank foreclosure. People that are in bank foreclosure are, you know, I'm behind. I owe the bank money. They're getting ready to foreclose on my house. I don't want to lose this house. This is my house. I grew up in this house, my family house. You know, I've had this house for however long, blah, 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 yada, yada. My kids here. I like the schools, this, that, and the other thing. Whatever the case is, I don't want to lose this house. That's their number one, 99.9% of the time, people that are facing foreclosure, in today's world especially. Now, go back 5 years ago, and that was a different scenario. You know, people were like, hey, thanks for closing. Can you take this house and do anything with it? How's it work? Great. I can get some money. Excellent. Let's do it. You know what I mean? But it's a different world now. Today, at least 90% of the people that are in foreclosure want to keep the house. Primary objective, I want to keep this house. So you have to have an education tool now. You have to be able to teach these guys why they can't keep the house. You got to be able to show them all the information that points to their best solution being selling this house and moving on, right? So that's another tool in the toolbox. So you got the evaluation tool for a foreclosure. Is this even a deal here? And then you've got the persuasion tool, right? Or let me rephrase it. Then you've got the solution creation tool. Okay, you need to have the tool that can create the different possible solutions. Then you need to have the persuasion tool to be able to show these folks, you know, what the different possible outcomes are. You know, these are your potential solutions. There are no others. Okay, you got to show them that part first. Then you got to show them, okay, here's solution one. If you go this route, given your statistics and your situation and what you have going on, here's how it will play out, and this is how you'll end up. Here's solution two, given your statistics and what you have going on. If you go this route, here's how it'll play out, and this is what will happen. And you have to go through each and every one of those like that and show them what the different outcomes are. So you've got a whole different presentation here. Sure, you can go in there and you can say, hey, okay, look, I've evaluated your property, and it is a property that we can buy from you. Okay, we can buy your house and keep you out of foreclosure and give you a little bit of money, and you can be on your way. But wait, I want to keep my house. Well, that's okay. I know you want to keep your house, but we can buy your house for this much money. We can put this much money in your hands. We can keep your house out of foreclosure. We can save your credit, and you can be on your way with this much money. But wait, I want to keep my house. Well, what we can do for you is we can buy your house from you, and you know, you're not connecting with the person. You're not giving them anything that they want. You know, all you're doing is telling them that you can buy their house, they can sell it to you, and that's the one tool you have for foreclosure. There's other tools there. If you can get into these people's heads a little bit and saying, okay, look, you want to keep your house, here's the ways that you can keep your house. This is the option that you have. This is how it works. This is what you have to do. This is the outcome. This is where it'll put you, yada, yada, yada. And then be able to project even further and go, okay, now you get there, you've kept the house, you've stopped the foreclosure, but now you're here. Where does that put you? Is that even going to be any help to you? Is this anything more than just a delay of the inevitable? You know, is this going to buy you another year in this house and then you're going to be right back in the same position? You know, what is this doing for you? So you have to connect with them. You have to give them what they want. I want to keep the house. Okay, here's how you can keep the house right here. Boom. This is how you can do it. But what's it going to do for you? Okay, now let's look at the reality of it. You can't. I'm going to show you right now how you can keep this house. You're giving them what they want. Oh, I can keep my house? Sure you can. This is how you can do it right here. But what's it going to do for you? You know, it's not going to do anything for you. So how many tools in your toolbox? And that's just one scenario. That's just bank foreclosure, right? What about a probate case? You got courts to deal with. What about, you know, all the other different ways that a person can lose a house? What about all these other scenarios out there? How many tools do you have in your toolbox? How many problems that people have associated to their property can you fix? How many problems do you have a solution that gives the person what they want? Whether or not it's going to, whether or not what they want works for them or not, doesn't matter. You have to be able to present them the solution that gives them what they want. Once you present that solution, you can break it down, you can tear it apart, you can show them why it's the dumbest decision on the planet to make that choice and get what you want out of this. And you're going to be a lot more successful going that route than you are just focusing on the, hey, we can buy your house, this is what we can do, and you can be on your way. Because you're not giving them what they want. So tools in your toolbox. And like I was getting in the first place, new wholesalers, people who are new in this business. You just went out and you took the courses, you paid the money, you got all the education. I know how to go out there and wholesale properties that are, you know, people that want to just give this property away and they're willing to let me have it at 60 cents on the dollar, right? I can do that. I got everything to do that, right? So you send out all your marketing. You spend $1,000. You send out 1,000 mail pieces. You get 100. You get 40 phone calls, right? And out of those 40 phone calls, you pick up the phone and you go, "Yes, I'm Joe. I buy houses." "Oh, hey Joe, listen, I got a problem here. This is what's going on." And you're like, "Well, I don't know how to fix that. I don't have a tool for that. Sorry, can't help you." "Hey, this is Joe. I buy houses." "Hey, Joe, listen, I got this problem here. This is what's going on, and I'd like to keep the house, but well, you know what? I'm sorry, sir. I don't have the tool to fix that." "Hey, Joe, hey, I got this problem here. Hey, Joe, I got this problem here. Hey, Joe, I can't fix that. I can't fix that. I can't fix that." And you get going through that. And how many of those? How many of that part of randomness now do you have to go through to find that one guy that finally says, "Hey, Joe, I got this house I just don't want. Would you please buy it from me? I, I'm willing to let it go at a discount. I just can't have this house anymore. Yes, there's equity in here. Yes, you can buy it for a discount. Yes, please take it from me." But how many of those problems, other problems that you don't have a tool to fix, all those, every one of them being a potential deal that you could wholesale if you had a tool to fix the problem? That's where I'm talking about how many tools do you have in your toolbox. Well, part of why it's nice to be on a team, part of why in your education they will tell you you need to build a team, your power team, maybe they might even call it, is because you do need to have other people in your court, on your team, you know, in the ball game with you that you can plug in, maybe somebody else who has the tools to solve one of those problems. It's a shame to have 40 phone calls of leads, potential deals that you can't do anything with. Because guess what? They're going to pick up the phone, or they're going to take your mailer and they're going to go, "Well, darn, that guy can't help me. Maybe this guy can help me. Hello, Fred. How you doing, Fred? I have this problem. Do you think you can help me?" And Fred goes, "And actually, you know what? I have a tool for that. Yes, I can help you." And guess what? Fred's getting your deal. Guy called you first and you couldn't help him. Now Fred's got your deal. It's a bummer. It hurts. Hurts a lot. but that's just the way it goes. So getting tools in your toolbox, how do you do it? Well, you can go learn a whole bunch of stuff, or you could team up with people who have the tools already. And then you can learn how to operate those tools as you're doing more deals. That's what a property noodler system does. So why don't I have a lower third up here? Where did that go? I thought I had it. Anyway, that's our show. I don't have the lower third up here today. I'm sorry, but propertynoodlers@gmail.com. You want to add some tools in your toolbox like right now? Just pour them out of the phone, and there they are. We got them. We got liquid tools right here that we can pour into your toolbox when you join our team with the Property Noodlers. So if that's something that you're interested in, they said shoot an email, propertynoodlers@gmail.com. And even, well, shoot us an email. Let's talk about it, because you don't have to necessarily have to join the team. There's other ways we can work together, and you can share some of our tools. All right, we rent tools. Let's put it that way. We can rent tools too. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. Think about that. Tools in your toolbox. How successful are you going to be at wholesaling when you only have one tool and there's a whole house full of problems that need to be fixed, and you only have the tool to fix the door, right? Oh, universe, I ask not for more wisdom. I mean, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom. More wisdom. To make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. With that, everybody, you have a wonderful Wisdom Wednesday, and we'll see you back here on Freedom Friday, where we'll get into some more magical mystical wholesaling information.